Sunny, Bonani, good people of the South.
Goeiemorgen, ja kantes, ja vrouws en manieras. Sani Bonani, konnichiwa,
Okay.
bye.
We wake up Sunday today. The news and whatever that is making the news is that the body that was found in Thabo Besta's cell has been identified. This reached a little bit to home because apparently the name of the gentleman that was found being the body that was used in there, his name is Katleo, and you know that I'm a father of two kids. One of the beautiful one that I've just left here, her name is Katleo, and then her brother is Musa. So welcome to the channel today, guys. My name is Mohau. The name of the channel is called Banter with Mohau. Do me a favor, if you've been here for more than one time, press that like button, and then for sure subscribe so that we could share this wonderful information. I had to take the baby outside because we're going to be talking of something that is quite gruesome in this particular instance. So I'm just overusing her so that she can appear on my videos because she came to visit me and all that. But now we have found out that the police have identified the body, because remember, when Thabo Besta escaped prison, there was a body that was found, and then that body was later discovered that it was not Thabo Besta. But all this time we have not known who is this particular individual. So in all these news channels, the father is making interviews. The first interview that I saw, I think it was on ENCA last night. It was 9:30, where when I think the story broke, when Ubaba of this particular person says the son Katleo, who is currently late, disappeared somewhere in April. Right? Remember who Besta Obalile in prison, somewhere around those times. And then Thabo was a fun-loving individual who enjoyed soccer, was staying in Bloemfontein. Those of you who've went to visit Bloemfontein, you'd know that that is the most soccer-loving town. I remember there was a time when Celtics used to be existing. Every time when Celtics was playing, the entire Bloemfontein will be painted green and white. Even houses at some point would be like that. So now this particular young man at the age of 32, if I'm correct, at the age is in his 30s, let's just put it in that, disappeared, and police do not have a reason what actually happened to this person. As soon as this boy disappeared, the father, according to the father's recollections on yesterday's story, started making calls to the mother down in Free State to say, I'm not finding my boy on social media. You know, as a parent, it's either using WhatsApp or sometimes Messenger to communicate to your kids. This boy is not responding. It's close to a week right now. What's happening? The mother that side, they say, nothing up. It's almost been a month. We don't know where this boy went, and we don't know where this boy disappeared in. So towards the end of that particular month, they open up a missing person case. So a missing person case gives one an access to government mortuaries, hospitals, which they also went to go check. No, where is this person? Where maybe is he arrested in prison, or maybe was he taken on mortuaries and stuff like that. They could not find him, and the search did not just end in April. They searched for this individual from April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. They could not find him. It's only last week when the cops called them and said, we think that the person that we found here might be your son. What a gruesome and a sad particular story on a beautiful Sunday like this one. So what are we learning from this individual? We're learning that we are still yet to learn the recklessness of our government services. If police says this person was in a government mortuary, because that's what they say, because the father was wanted to ask her, no, if you found this person and you have connected them to us, where was this person at? They say no, this gentleman was at a government mortuary. But the father is says, I was at the government mortuary. We could not find him. Why couldn't we find him? We were in different hospitals. Why couldn't we find him? And what is the cause of death? They say the cause of death is this gentleman was in town and just collapsed, and from there he was just taken to a government mortuary. But the media reports has told us that this gentleman died from a blunt force injury. Somebody has hit him with something. You know, when you are falling and when you've been hit with something, those are different types of injuries. So now the police are not explaining to us also how did this body been taken out of the mortuary without a family member saying that I am the family member. I guess that's where the expertise of allegedly Dr. Nandipa and the family will come in and say, you know, this is what has been happening. So the story has just been broke. The family do not have access to the body as yet. So according to the interview that I was watching, the father is yet to make a trip down to Bloemfontein where he's going to see the body, and then probably they're going to find a moment to plan a funeral for this particular body. I know it is, as content creators, it is fun to talk about, you know, things that were amazing that Thabo Bester did. Right now we could put a face to all these terrible crimes that these people did. We could put a family that went through a hard time after missing a young boy. For those of you who are going to be listening and watching this story, I'm definitely sure that you've started to see the picture of this young man. And may his soul rest in peace. Imagine if these police are right that this person just fell into the street and passed on. This person should have a phone, and then in this particular phone, I know that in not more than 2 or 3 days somebody could have called in this phone and they could have answered. So there is a lot of information that we don't actually understand, and we are now being exposed that in government mortuaries there might be a business opportunity for those that work in there, that if people are not coming to claim their loved one bodies, they are using these bodies to commit crimes. So it's one of a sad story, and we're hoping that through this revelation we will be able to find more of what had taken place. This case is a case that we are going to see and hear a lot. All I'm saying is that if Thabo Bester is going to be kept alive and then he sings and tell us the truth of what had happened, we really will be surprised of the type and the level of corruptions that exist in our prisons. People who know prisons will let you know that prisons are not run by the correctional services, by warders. Prisons is run by prisoners. But I did not understand and even comprehend that they run prison to an extent of even, you know, the entry and the exit of it, you know, going in and out. I thought maybe in the vicinity of the prison, that's where they run prison. So we will get to learn more, and I feel also that G4S still need to be brought an answer, because when we are watching that parliamentary committee questioning and answer session, when they brought them, they said there was something that looked like a TV stand where a person's body could fit, that was brought into the prison's vicinity. They did not answer what was that thing, who brought it, nobody signed for it. So all those stories are going to be coming together, and we're going to be seeing, as this story unravels, the corruptions and the inhumane treatment of people's bodies that are being used to commit crime in that particular prison, but most of all in correctional facilities around South Africa. So I needed to share that story with you. We've seen it. A body has been discovered and has been identified in that prison escape of Bester. I'm beginning to understand that we are dealing with a bunch of evil people. Yes, there was fun. It was fun when we were making videos. Or no, Bester is this. He's a champion. He's a hero. He's nothing but an evil man who, instead of working hard and focusing on life, decided to take a shorter route and ended up doing these particular things. He deserved nothing but life in prison. He deserved nothing but the harshest punishment that the country can do. And each and every person that was involved in this particular crime, I'm not talking only on warders. I'm talking about politicians and officials that knew about these things. Because if we have identified and blew the whistle much earlier, all these things could have not happened. We need to identify which mortuary this person was, and somebody from that mortuary hits must roll. Do you understand this? So let's keep on watching. We'll update each other on what is happening. It has been a beautiful day. I'm going back to a beautiful and a relaxed Sunday, because making such content will somehow poison you. I don't want to have that poison in my body. I have a beautiful angel of mine that came to visit me, and I want to ensure that the last remaining hours we spend them lightly, having a good conversation. We've just played a game of cards. She actually beat me 2-1, and yeah, it was wonderful. Today we need to grab ice cream, walk and talk, and just talk about everything in life. So it has been one segment of this type of Bester. We're looking forward to as the case start to run and all the revelations that are gonna come there, and we pray to God that they don't kill him, the ones that were allowing him to go on in and out, to go to expensive hotels. So it has been a banter, good people. See.